Hello students, good morning to everyone. Is my voice audible to you? Please confirm anyone if my voice is audible to you or not. Harshita CM, is my voice audible to you or not? Harshita CM, is my voice audible to you or not? Please confirm anyone, is my voice audible to you or not? Yes. Okay, I will begin the class now. So in the last class, we have discussed the first question, how to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. In a similar sense, I told you to prove second one, third one, and then fourth one. Okay. So second one, I think it is root 3. Third one is actually root 5, and fourth one is root p. Okay. So you need to prove all these things. I think you have already did all these problems. Is there any difficulties? Mute your audio. Okay, if there are no difficulties means I will move on to the next type of problems. So initially I told you only two variety of problem will appear so under this concept. Okay, means just proving irrationality. So that's why in the starting I have given the title proof of irrationality. Means that just one number will be given to you. You need to prove that it is an irrational number. And I told for you, so the method is actually based on what? Contradiction method. Okay, so means the principle, or it is actually the method. Okay, so there are different methods of proof. Among them, we are going to prove here the proof by contradiction method. Okay, followed by contradiction method. Okay, so now in the second type of problems, a number will be given to you. It will be like sum of rational or irrational, sum of a rational and irrational, or it may be a difference of rational and irrational. In the ninth standard I told for you, so what about when we operate a rational number with an irrational number, whether it may be addition or subtraction, the result is always equal to what? What about the result? Rational plus irrational or rational minus irrational? Answer is rational. Answer is always what? Irrational. Okay, so just look at the ninth standard textbook, first chapter. So the topic is actually operation on real numbers. In that content, he has given that like this: if you operate a rational number with an irrational number, whatever may be the operation, whether it may be addition or subtraction or multiplication or division, so in all the cases, the result is always what? Irrational number. Okay, so just remember this one. So now if you look at the problems what I have given, you can identify a rational number and an irrational number are going to add or going to subtract or going to multiply like that or going to divide like that. So these numbers are given in the problem itself. And after that he is saying like this, show that this number is an irrational number. After that he may give like this, root 2 is given that root 2 is irrational, root 5 is irrational, like that. It is already known for you because you are already proved that one root 2 is irrational, root 5 is irrational, root 3 is also irrational. Means square root of prime number is always an irrational number. It is one of the noun concepts for you. Okay, so based on these things, we can prove the given numbers as an irrational number. So now this is the another way of proof actually. In the first question actually I have given. Now I am going to explain that one. I think it is already given in the notes. So that's why don't write. Listen here. You can write on afterwards. So now look at here. It is actually the question number 5, I think. Okay. So question number 5 he has given like this. Show that. I'm not going to write on the question. Okay. Just look at the question. Question number 5. This one. Question number 5. Show that 6 plus root 2 is irrational number given root 2 is irrational. Means root 2 is an irrational number. It is known for you. By using this one, you need to prove that 6 plus root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, how it will look like actually 6 plus root 2? What I know? Rational plus irrational. Answer is always irrational. We know that one. But you can't judge like that. Okay, so there is a proof. You need to write on that one. It's not a 1 mark question, so that's why you need to write on with a proof, and the proof is based on what? Contradiction method. Once again, so now look at here. I am going to write very simple solution. There are two methods to give solution for this one. Okay, or proof to give proof for this one. Only one method is discussed in the question bank, and I am going to give one more method for you. But that method is quite difficult. Okay, so because it involves some LCM concept, so that's why I'm going to discuss that one later. First, look at the easiest way of proof. Okay, so initially the same thing what we have did in the previous problem, same thing you need to assume like that. Okay, let us suppose 6 plus root 2 is rational. Okay, so this is opposite to that of given statement. Okay, my assumption is always opposite to that of given statement. He is saying prove this one as a irrational, but I am going to assume it is a rational number. So when it is a rational, you can write on like this. Okay, so this implies 6 plus root 2 is equal to A. I am not going to write on the P by Q format. Okay, just listen here. 6 plus root 2 is equal to A. Means after simplification, after writing root 2 is what expansion and adding that with 6, you will get a single number. Now it is actually an addition of two numbers. After the simplification means expanding root 2 and then adding with 6, you will get a single number. That number will be A. Okay, I am going to consider like this. That number is equal to A. So you need to specify one thing where A is rational. Okay, where A is rational, because 6 plus root 2 is a rational. It is my assumption. After simplification, I don't know what it becomes, but I am going to denote by a letter A. So finally it will become a rational number. So because 6 plus root 2 is rational, assumption. Okay, that's why it is equal to A, means A definitely what? Rational number. Okay, so next thing is, so I am going to keep root 2 here. This is because in the problem itself, given that root 2 is irrational, okay, so you need to keep that number in the left hand side. Whatever the number which is irrational mentioned in the problem itself, given that like that, you need to keep that number here and shift the remaining numbers towards the right hand side. So that's why I'm going to write on root 2 here. Okay, you need to shift this one 6 towards the right hand side. It will become what? A minus 6, like this. Okay, so this completes the problem. At last you need to write on the conclusion. Okay, so now try to understand the conclusion is actually what. Okay, now tell me, in the 9th standard, again, you not only in the 9th standard, I think you have studied in the previous classes also, 7th, 8th, 9th, like that. Okay, so now tell me, A is a rational number. 6 is what type of number? 6 is what type of number? Rational or irrational? Rational. Okay. Rational number minus rational number is always equal to what? Rational number, definitely. Okay, so I think you have studied this one. Rational plus rational, rational, rational minus rational, rational, rational into rational, answer rational, rational divided by rational, answer is rational. Okay, remember this one. I told for this one in the 9th standard, rational numbers are closed with respect to addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, remember this one. But it will not happen in case of irrational number. Remember this one. Okay, so now look at here. A minus 6 is a rational number. Okay, now root 2 is what type of number? Irrational number. So now it is like this. Irrational number is equal to rational number. Is it possible? An irrational number is equal to a rational number. Is it possible?
No, sir.
Definitely. Why? Why? Tell
Because
me.
rational can be expressed in the form of p by q, but irrational, it can't be expressed in the form of p by q.
Okay, so that is the right answer. If it is a rational means it can be written in the form of p by q. It is irrational means it cannot be written in the form of p by q. Then it cannot be written, it can be written, definitely they will not be equal, definitely. Okay, so because, and one more thing is, in the initial classes I told for you, irrational numbers are separate collection, rational numbers are separate collection. No rational number, so no rational number is an irrational number, no irrational number is an rational number. Okay, we can't equate like this, a irrational number with a rational number. It will never happen, because irrational are separate, rational are separate. So there is no number which is both rational and irrational. So that's why this is actually wrong. Okay, irrational number is equal to rational, it will never happen. So this wrong statement or wrong equation appears because of what?
Our assumption.
Wrong assumption. Our assumption is wrong actually. Okay, what we have initially assumed. Let us suppose means I am going to imagine. What I have imagined 6 plus root 2 is a rational number. Actually I have imagined like that. Okay, our assumption, what I have imagined initially, it is actually wrong. Our imagination is wrong means then I will go to the opposite to that of our imagination. If you go to the opposite part of our imagination, we need to accept 6 plus root 2 as an irrational number. Okay, at last you need to write on the conclusion like this. If you write on this one, it is enough. Okay, only for understanding purpose, I am going to explain all the things. Just remember, keep in your mind, the proof is very simple. If you write on this one, it will be enough. It is contradiction. It is contradiction. It is contradiction because LHS is irrational, and RHS is rational. Okay, so then in the next line you can write out, therefore our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong. And then in the next line write down, therefore 6 plus root 2 is irrational number. Okay, so this will complete the proof of this question. Okay, very simple question. Okay, you can understand this one. Just you need to write down two equation. After that the conclusion is same. Okay, only the changes is the given number. It will depend upon the number given in the problem itself, and initial line it is same. Okay, let us suppose write on the given number, assumption is rational. After that equate that one to a, and remember you need to write on this one where a is a rational. After that it depends upon simplification, depend upon the given number. So after that definitely you will get like this. You need to keep on irrational on the left hand side and keep right side as a rational number. Then you need to write on the same conclusion. If you learn this one, you can you need to write on the same sentence for each and every problem. Okay, is it clear for you? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I will move on to one more type of solution. Okay, so this is the better way actually. Okay, because this is very simple, but I am going to prove this one by one more method. So the method involves like this. So just it involves some more extra steps. Okay. So now I am going to write on that one. So initially this sentence you have to write on. Okay, I am going to rub this one. Okay, it needs some extra steps. That's why. Okay. So in the first line you need to write on the same thing. Let us suppose 6 plus root 2 is an irrational number, like that. After that, okay, after that, that implies 6 plus root 2 is equal to a by b. Okay, actually this is the format of rational number. Okay, so now I am going to write on in the bracket a comma b or integers comma co-prime and b not equal to 0. Okay, you need to write on this one. Okay, what we have written in the previous problems, like root 2 is an irrational, like that. So the same sentence I am going to write in here. So now after this one you need to write down root 2 as it is here. So then a by b, and then I am going to shift the 6 towards the right hand side. It will become minus 6. Okay, so in the next step, when we write on this one in the form of a by b, then to proceed to the next step, you need to take LCM. Okay, it is 6 by 1 here, a by b, b and 1, LCM is b, like that. So after simplification, I think you know this one. Okay, LCM is b. So if you divide b by b, it goes how many times? 1 time. So b once a b. So 1 into a means it will become a. So then here it is 1. If you divide b by 1, it goes how many times? B times. So 1 into b is equal to b, and then b into 6 means how much? 6b, like this. Okay, so this will complete the problem. So now look at here. Root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, so now look at here. A is what? Rational. Here b is actually what? Sorry, integer. Okay, a is actually what? Integer, and b is actually what? Integer. 6 into b is again what?
Rational.
No. Just tell me. B is integer. When you multiply b by 6, 6b is again what? Integer. Okay, integer into integer, always integer. Integer plus integer, integer. Integer minus integer, integer. Integer divided by integer, answer is integer. Okay, whatever which is true for rational, it is also true for what? Integers. Okay, so now look at here. 6b is integer, a is integer. Integer minus integer is equal to what? Integer. Okay, so in the denominator b is present. B is actually what? Integer. It is taken initially. Okay, now it is like this: integer by integer. Integer by integer means it is a p by q format. It is a p by q format means, mute your audio. Integer by integer means it is in the form of p by q. It is in the form of p by q means definitely it is a what kind of number? Rational number. Okay, now it is irrational, now it is a rational. Okay, so then once again it is actually contradiction. Contradiction means wrong. Okay, it is a wrong statement or a wrong equation, like that. It is contradiction. Then you can write on the same sentences. Okay, so this is the another way to prove the irrationality of these kind of numbers. I'm not going to use this one, so this will become difficulty for some students to take the LCM, and you need to simplify this one. If you take just it is equal to a, it will be very simple to simplify that equation. So that's why if you want, you can do like this, or else you can go through the previous method. Is it clear for you? Okay, if you want to write on this one, write on this one. If you write on this one, it will be enough for you. Okay, shall I wrap this one?
Yes, sir.
So now I will move on to the next question, which is the immediate question. So this is because whenever irrational number is associated with minus, so many students do mistakes. So that's why I am going to solve question number 6 also. Look at the question number 6. 5 minus root 3. Okay, show that 5 minus root 3 is irrational number, where root 3 is irrational. It is given that root 3 is irrational number. Okay, so it is very simple once again. Now look at here. So just I am going to write on that is the equation part. I am not going to write on all the sentences. It is very similar, so that's why I am going to solve the equations only. Question number 6. Okay. So initially you need to write on the assumption. Okay, I think you will written that one. Okay, you need to write on, let us assume like that. Okay, after that, so that implies you need to write on like this. What? 5 minus root 3. 5 minus root 3 is equal to a. Okay, so here the irrational number is associated with negative sign. Okay, so many students will do mistakes like this. You will so many students write down like this: root 3 is equal to a minus 5. Okay, so many students write down like this. It is actually wrong. Okay, so this is because your minus sign is present. Okay, you need to write down that minus sign. Okay, so even if you leave the question up to here, it will be enough. Or else, if you want to keep positive sign here, if you want to keep positive sign, you need to multiply on both sides by negative number. Okay, so sorry, negative sign. So if you multiply by negative sign, so minus of this one, minus of minus root 3, and in the right hand side minus, and put a bracket here, a minus 5, like this. Okay, so now minus into minus become what? Plus root 3, and after the multiplication minus a and then plus 5. Okay, so minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus. Once again you can rearrange the terms in the right hand side. Okay, so this is because we always keep positive number first, that's why 5 minus a. Okay, so this is the format of second question. Okay, is it clear for you? Or else you can write on like this. Okay, from here you can write on like this. Now you can shift minus root 3 towards the right hand side and shift 5 towards the left hand side. It will become like this: 5 minus a is equal to root 3. Okay, so this is because root 3 contain negative sign. To make it positive, I am going to shift that one to right hand side and shift a towards the left hand side. This is because I need to maintain root 3 on one side, because root 3 is irrational number. Okay, so you need to shift all the numbers which involved with root 3. Okay, so that's why I am going to shift root 3 like that. And in the next step you can write on like this. You need to reverse this one. Okay, so if you reverse this one, root 3 is equal to 5 minus a. Okay, so this will become very simple. Okay, you will get the answer in just 2 steps. You can follow like this, or else you can follow like this. Okay, so one thing is, always keep irrational number on LHS and rational number on RHS, because I told for you maintain the same conclusion. Okay, so if you write on up to here, then if you write on the conclusion, it will become wrong actually. Okay, in the conclusion what we have told, LHS is irrational. Okay, but actually LHS is rational here. So that's why you need to write on one more step like this, and after that you need to write on the conclusion. Or else if you want to write on up to here, then you need to something changes in the conclusion. You need to write on RHS is rational, LHS is irrational, like that. Is it clear for you? Will you write the answer for this one?
Sir.
Okay, so now I will move on to the next question. Okay, if you want to write on this one, you can write on. Five minus root 3. Okay, and then minus root 3 is equal to, and then here actually I have multiplied by negative sign. Okay, are you understanding the question? Are you understanding the solution?
Sir.
Okay, so the problems are very simple. Okay, so you will get the solution within 3 to 4 steps. Just the equation part is very important. So forget about the sentences. It will be same for all the questions. So that's why. Okay, now I will move on to directly question number 11, because 7, 8, 9, 10 you can do all those questions. Okay, it's an homework for you. You need to solve all those questions. I will move on to question number 11. Okay, because it will seems to be different, so that's why. Now I will move on to question number what? 11. Question number 11. So now look at the question number 11. In the question number 11, it is given that show that 3 root 2 is irrational given that it is given that root 2 is irrational number. Okay, so now actually given number means 3 root 2, it is in the form of what?
Rational into irrational.
Rational into irrational.
Irrational.
Okay, initially I told for you rational into irrational is always what? Irrational, but you need to prove that one. Okay, so now I am going to prove that one. It's very simple. Okay, instead in the previous problem you are going to shift the term, but here into is present, so that's why it will get cross multiplied. Okay, so now now look at here. Okay, so if you want to write on the solution, let us suppose what 3 root 2 is rational. Let us suppose 3 root 2 is rational. Okay, you need to write on this sentence initially. If you don't write this one, you will definitely lose the mark. Okay, because you have not assumed. Okay, you are going to prove that one, means it is a meaningless. That's why you will not get any marks if you don't write this sentence. Okay, this sentence mandatory, necessary. Okay, so next, in the next slide, this implies. Okay, so this is the symbol implies. Okay, it is not is equal to. Is equal to is different, implies is different. Or else, even if you don't write this symbol, okay, it will be okay. Or else, if you want, you can write down. This implies 3 root 2 is equal to a, and you must write on this one where a is rational. Okay, you must write on this one where a is rational number. Okay, so now I will move on to the next step. So this implies, very simple. Okay, so now I need to keep root 2 only here. So this is because it is given that root 2 is irrational in the question paper, sorry, in the question itself. So that's why I need to keep root 2 only. So if you write on root 2 only, you need to shift 3 towards the right hand side. So what it becomes? Right hand side, a minus 3 or a by 3. What?
A divided by 3.
A divided by 3. Okay, so this is because what? Here 3 into root 2 is there. Okay, it is a multiplication. So that's why it will come to the denominator. So many students do the mistake like this. Root 2 is equal to, so many students in the previous year I seen this one, they will write like this, root 2 is equal to a minus 3. Okay, so this is actually wrong. Okay, it will not happen like that. Only when 3 plus root 2 is equal to a, if it is like that, then only it will become a minus 3. Okay, now it is actually multiplication, so that's why you need to cross multiply. Remember, I'm going to show you what are the mistakes you will do in the examination or in the test. Okay, so that's why you need to note down all these. So what I have told, the points. Okay, remember a by 3. So next, after that you need to write on the conclusion as it is. I'm not going to write on that one. Now look at here the conclusion. A is rational number divided by 3. 3 is what type of number? Rational number. Rational number by rational number means answer rational. Okay, right side is rational. What about the left hand side? Irrational. It's given in the problem itself. Irrational number is equal to rational number. It will never happen. It is a contradiction. Wrong statement. Write on the conclusion. It is contradiction because RHS is, sorry, LHS is irrational and RHS is rational. Therefore, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, the given number, that is 3 root 2 is irrational. Okay, so this completes the proof, or else you can do the problem in the alternative method. Okay, what I have told, what I have given in the previous problem, you can do like that also. Okay, if you want, write on this one. Conclusion, you need to write it. So after that, similar question, you can see the similar questions. Some numbers involves multiplication, addition. Okay, both like that. You can do all those questions. You need to solve all the questions. Very similar. I am not going to solve all the questions. They will be left for you. And one more question will be get confused for you. Okay, mute your audio. Okay, one question will be get confused for you. Okay, means that you can solve that one, but if you solve, so many students will do mistakes. So that's why I'm going to solve that question. Question number is 14. Question number 14. Okay, so now I'm going to solve what? Question number 14. So the question number 14 is, prove that 1 by root 2 is irrational. 1 by root 2 is irrational. 1 by root 2 is irrational. Where root 2 is irrational. Root 2 is irrational, it is given. Okay, it is known for you. Even though it is not given in the problem, you know this one. Okay, you can treat I know this one like that. So now it is already given in the question itself, I think. So 1 by root 2 you need to prove here. So now look at here. Okay, if you want, you can write on this one. It is better to write on this one. Now look at here. 1 by root 2 is equal to a. Okay, so same step. Write on the given irrational number, given number which is to be proved irrational is equal to a, where a is a rational number, like that. So now I am going to do like this. 1 by root 2 into root 2 divided by root 2, which is equal to a, means I am going to multiply and divide by root 2 in the left hand side only. Okay, now look at here. In the left hand side, I am going to multiply by root 2, I am going to divide by root 2. Then there will be no change. If you cancel root 2 and root 2, you will get the previous step. Okay, so now the next step is this implies root 2 into 1 means root 2, and then in the denominator root 2 into root 2 become how much?
2.
What? 2, because root 2 into root 2 means root 4, root 4 means 2, or else root 2 into root 2 means root 2 whole square and root get cancelled, remaining is the what? 2, but I'm not going to change anything in the RHS, write on as it is, a itself. Okay, so now you need to cross multiply this one towards the right hand side. It will become root 2 is equal to 2 into a. Okay, so this is the final step. So after this you need to write in the conclusion. This is because you know this one. A is rational, 2 is rational, rational into rational, rational, left hand side is irrational. Okay, contradiction. Write on the solution. Okay, write on the conclusion. Is it clear for you? Okay, if you want, write on this one. Okay, now look at here. I think one doubt will arise in your mind, why you do like this, multiply and divide by root 2 and root 2. Okay, multiply and divide by root 2. Why can't you write like this? Okay, what will happen if you write like this? Okay, I'm going to cross multiply a. Okay, 1 divided by a, which is equal to root 2. Okay, can I write on like this? Okay, if I write on like this, what will happen? Is there any mistake? If someone asks like this, definitely there is a mistake. Okay, so this is because, okay, remember here, where a is actually rational number. Rational means a can take any number, any rational number. And also you know that one, 0 is what type of number, whether it is rational or irrational? 0, rational number. Okay, suppose now I am going to write on like this, 1 by a. So if you write on like this, a can take 0. Okay, are you getting my point? A is a rational number. A is rational number means it can take any rational number. Okay, it is just like a variable. So that's why a can take a 0 also. Okay, if it happens like that, now it will become like this. It is in the form of p by q. Okay, integer now if you write out 0 in the place of a, it will become like this p by q format, and in the denominator it will become 0 like that, q not equal to 0 actually in the form of p by q. If denominator becomes 0, then this value is actually undefined. Okay, so that's why to overcome from this problem we need to multiply and divide by root 2, then you need to proceed the problem. If you do like this, okay, if you do like this, you will definitely lose the marks. Okay, so just remember. So I think so many students did like this problem. Okay, so whenever it appears in the exam or test, so many will do like this: 1 by a is equal to root 2, and directly they will going to write on the conclusion. It is definitely wrong. Okay, you will lose the entire marks. So that's why remember you need to write on like this. Okay, so and even though if you write on like this, okay, if you follow the second method, okay, so what's your doubt? Okay, no doubts. Okay, now listen here. So now let us suppose if you try to do this one in the second method, you need to write on like this. Okay, now look at here. I'm going to write on here. Suppose 1 by root 2 is equal to a by b. Okay, so in the second problem it will be very clear for you, because whenever we write on like this, 1 by root 2 is equal to a by b, in the bracket we are going to write on something. What? A and b are integers. A and b are integers and O prime, and one more condition is actually what? B should not be equal to 0. Okay, we must write to this one, B should not be equal to 0. Okay, now look at here. If you do like this, if you multiply, cross multiply root 2 in the right side. Okay, yes, what? Just wait.
Sir, board is not clear.
Now, is it visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay. So okay, I'm going to continue now. So now look at here. In the definition, while saying the definition of rational number, I told for you, I clarified for you why denominator should not be equal to 0 like that. And in the meanwhile, I told for you a can take 0. I think you remember this one. I told for you p may take 0, p may be equal to 0, but only the denominator condition for denominator should not be equal to 0. But numerator may be equal to 0. Okay, so this is showed in the initial classes. Okay, in the initial classes explaining about the number system, I told this one for you. Means just remember, a can take 0, but b can't take 0 like that. So now if you write on like this, if you write on cross multiply like this, b by a is equal to root 2. If you write on like this and then write on the conclusion, then your solution is wrong definitely. So this is because b by a, b not equal to 0. Okay, no problem, but I told you there is no condition for a. So in the initial there is no, I have written no condition like that, a should not be equal to 0. Okay, a may take the 0. So if a takes 0, it will become what? Wrong representation of rational number. So that's why here also you don't do like this. Okay, the correct format is once again the same procedure, multiply and divide by the root 2 on both sides. So it will become like this, 1 by root 2 multiply and divide by root 2, which is equal to a by b. So here it will become what? Root 2 by 2, which is equal to a by b, and then root 2 is equal to what? 2a divided by b. Okay, now look at here. Now look at the RHS. Now it is in the form of a p by q. Definitely denominator should not be equal to 0. In the denominator b is present, b is not equal to 0. Initially I have written this one. Okay, definitely right hand side is actually a rational number. Okay, so now it is actually defined. Okay, in this way you need to prove in the second method. Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what actually we did here? Multiplication by root 2 by root, multiplication and division by root 2, and we carry the process like this. What we call this one?
Rationalization.
Rationalization. Actually you need to rationalize here. Okay, so remember suppose in the examination, suppose if he give any number like this, okay, so numerator there may be any number, so in the denominator if there is any root term, root 3, root 5, root 7 like that, in the examination he may give the problem like this. If the problem is like this, remember you need to rationalize. Okay, so just remember this one. In the examination he can give any number, so that's why I'm going to give the clue or hint for you. If there appears any number like this, you need to follow rationalization. Remember this one. Okay, so now I will move on to the next one. So the remaining question, okay, after the 14, 15, 16, you can solve that one. Okay, there seems to be somewhat bulky, means a bigger number, but even though you can do that one. Okay, if you not get the answer, I will convey in the next class. So now I will move on to the, at what time your next class?
11:10.
11:10.
11:30.
11:30. Okay, so now actually my time is over. Okay, so that's why I'm going to stop here. From the 17th question I'm going to solve this one in the next class. Okay, so now I need to take the attendance, so all of you say present if you are present. Okay.